Well, I didn't see this on my bingo card this morning. What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. Dugal, coming at y'all with another episode of Dropping Dimes with Mr. Dugal. And this morning, I'm going to talk about this morning's big trade as you have the Pittsburgh Steelers trading wide receiver George Pickens to the Dallas Cowboys for a third round pick in 2026 and a pick swap in 2027. Before I get into this video, for anyone, if you want to drop a dollar on the Cash App information is down in the description box. Also, if you want to follow me on social media, that information is down there. If you are subscriber to the channel, greatly appreciate the love and support. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Make sure you subscribe, hit the bell notification button, like the video, and share it with your folks. To all you Dallas Cowboy fans, I want to let y'all know something sincerely from the bottom of my heart. I don't like y'all. I can't stand y'all. Though on the football field, it's actually a tremendous upgrade. But this is definitely a typical Dallas Cowboy type of move, man. This streams Dallas Cowboy all over it, man. Look, man, I have a lot of thoughts about this trade, man. First, I'm gonna get to the positives for Dallas and the negatives for Dallas, and I'm gonna do the positives for Pittsburgh and the negatives for Pittsburgh. Positives for Dallas, man. Obviously this is the best wide receiver number two that they've had since CD Lamb came into the league, man. Since they had Amari Cooper and CD Lamb. I think CD Lamb is like up is either top in the league or up there in the league as far as the disparity from him and the second wide receiver on the team as far as receptions, yards, and all that stuff. So basically offensively it's throw to CD Lamb and that's pretty much it. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have a number two. And George Pickens on the football field is a tremendous number two. He got a lot of Dez Bryant to him, man. Like he got a lot of Dez to his game. The way that he just flows, he moves, he's extremely talented, man. I thought he was always talented, man, even when he was at Georgia. Um, you know, so having a guy like CD Lamb who Dallas likes to maneuver, well, at least in the McCarthy offense, we're gonna see how it is with Schottenheimer. Though he was technically the OC, we knew it was McCarthy's offense. We go with CD Lamb, roaming around in the slot a lot. Now you got a big play receiver on the outside that could make 50-50 ball catches. So from a talent standpoint, man, this is a talent football field standpoint, man. This is a really good addition for Dallas, man. I'm not gonna lie. Especially like for my Eagles, Keely Ringo gotta grow up quick. you know, we gave away Slay. And now you asking for Keely Ringo to come in and, guard receivers like George Pickens, basically, as you gonna have either Quinyon Mitchell or Cooper DeJean basically covering CD Lamb. But the negatives for Dallas is, man, I mean, he has a history of being a head case. Now look, they've dealt with a Dez Bryant before. Dez Bryant kind of had some similar type of issues, and until the very end of his tenure there, I felt like Dez, he competed. Yeah, he had, walking off the field early and getting into it with reporters in the locker room and all that other stuff, but Dallas had production. I mean, Dez Bryant had great production over there. And George Pickens reminds me of Dez Bryant a lot, man, with the off the field stuff and the talent ability that he has. Um, but yeah, and also he's due a contract after this year. Dallas is already kind of in a tight financial situation because Michael Parsons is due a new deal. And George Pickens is going to be to do a new deal as well. Uh, do you pay both of them? You know what I'm saying? Do they come up with the money to pay both of them, or is this a 1 year thing where, let's see what we could get out of this if we could make a real deep run, and then after that we kind of just let them walk, man. Not saying that they can't afford Michael Parsons and George Pickens, but they both gonna demand top dollar, man. So we're gonna see how that all play out when it comes from that standpoint. Um, for Pittsburgh, man, from a positive standpoint, honestly, the only positive thing, their history does tell you that whenever they either don't re-sign a receiver that was very productive for them or trade him away, their receiver's career usually goes to the toilet. Like, you think about, okay, Mike Wallace. They don't re-sign Mike Wallace. He was never the player again. He signed a big contract with the Dolphins. He was never the player again that he was in Pittsburgh. You think about Chase Claypool. They traded him away. I don't I don't even know if Chase Claypool even in the league anymore, man. Martavius Bryant, they let him go with his off the field issues. Never really was heard from again. Antonio Brown, as he was a Hall of Fame receiver in Pittsburgh. Now, granted, he won a Super Bowl in Tampa in one year, and he had some productive moments, but he was never the Hall of Fame caliber receiver that he was in Pittsburgh once he left. Um, even Juju Smith-Schuster looked like a budding star, in Pittsburgh. Left Pittsburgh, and basically he's the end of a wide receiver. He's a veteran receiver in a room, basically. So you could even throw Le'Veon. He's not a receiver, but you could even throw Le'Veon Bell in there. So usually when Pittsburgh said, "Look, man, I'm kind of done dealing with you," they usually don't never produce the way they did when they was in Pittsburgh. So from that standpoint, if you feel like this guy is this much of a headache and you don't want to pay him and you feel like you're going to shake back, then from national football standpoint, I get it. And they do have DK Metcalf. Now I thought they would have liked the duel, of a DK Metcalf and a George Pickens, but worst case scenario, they still do have DK Metcalf. The negative point for Pittsburgh is the hell y'all doing on offense, man. Like, why you made this trade after the draft? You know what I'm saying? Like, I already gave them a hard time for not taking Shador, but now you didn't take any of these top receivers neither. I understand they want to be more dominant on defense, and I know Derek Harmon's a really good player and stuff like that, but if you had an idea you was going to trade away George Pickens, you could have took a receiver. Now maybe they may sign a veteran like an Amari Cooper, you know what I'm saying, or somebody like that. But you know, um, I just struggled. Like right now, that offense just like you got to hold your eyes when you look at the offensive personnel. I mean, is Aaron Rodgers still going to want to go there to throw to just DK Metcalf and Fairmouth? I don't know. It looked a little more appealing when you had Pickens on one side and DK on the other side. But we're going to see what happens with them, man. They look right now really bad, like a real bad potential offensive team. But like I said, man, for Dallas on the field, it's actually a great move for them. They dealt with a Dez Bryant type receiver before, but we're gonna see how it plays out. Typical Dallas splashy type of move. But you do gotta pay him, and you still owe Michael Parsons money. So we're gonna see how that whole salary cap fiasco work out. And also for Pittsburgh, man, look, I get it. Usually when you let go talented receivers, they never are the same like they were with you. So it looks like you made the right decision. But at the same time, what the hell y'all gonna do on offense, man? But beauty of it is gonna all play out. But with that being said, man, that's all I got for y'all today. Appreciate y'all checking out the video. Hit the like button for your boy. Give me a subscribe. I have Philadelphia Eagles, NFL, and content on my other teams throughout the year. Y'all have a blessed one. Fly, Eagles, fly.